if you're looking for a good heavyweight fight, I think it's a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know which Volkov you're going to get. You know, he's done better in the UFC than he did in Bellator, not by a lot, but by a little bit. I think he was somewhere around 5-3, 6-3 in Bellator. He was the champion. He lost it to Minikov. Goes to the UFC. He's done actually really well. You can talk about it. His fight with Derek Lewis, I thought he got screwed because there was a moment in there, man. Derek got a timeout for no reason that he did not deserve. It wasn't right, but he got a timeout, and he almost had Derek out of there. So you could take a look. He's probably about 7-2 in the UFC right now. I know he lost to Derek Lewis and he lost to Curtis Blades. Usually it's guys that can take him down. Now, Cyril is a stand-up guy, but he does do submissions. So I would look to say that he's the guy that's going to try to get Volkov down because that's, proved to be where his kryptonite is. If he's going to beat the guy, get him onto the floor, get him onto his back and do some damage to him. That's usually what'll get you the win against him. But he's a tough dude. And he's freaking huge, 6'7". I think Gon is 6'5", so you got War of the Gargantuans in there. You got two monsters.
He's just so athletic, Cyril Gon.
Yep.
And I think if you put him, I think he learned a lot from his last fight too. He wasn't impressed with his performance. As GSP would say, he wasn't impressed with his performance, and I think he needs to come out here and prove something. So, and the other thing as well, I think Volkov, I don't think he's going to do well against people that are athletic. He's not an athletic person himself. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's a tough fighter. He's got great skills, good kickboxer, very sneaky with his head kick. He sneaks him up there real well and to the body as well. Yeah. He works well behind his jab. But I do question, I know Derek Lewis hits like a fucking truck, but I do question his ability to take big shots. And if Cyril Gon can sneak it in there, because I think Cyril Gon's definitely going to be the faster and obviously the more stronger fighter. So if he can get in past that jab and those kicks, I'm saying if he touches that chin just a couple times, or just one time clean, I think you're going to see him sleeping like how Derek Lewis had him sleeping.
Okay, so everyone go right now to MyBookie and bet on Volkov to win because Josh just put the kibosh on poor Cyril Gon.
Poor Cyril Gon. His undefeated record's gone.
Gone.
Yep. Just listen to us, man.
We're going to start calling it the Thompson curse.
Yes, the Thompson curse. Should be a decent fight, though.
It should be a good fight.
The other one, too, is we were just talking about this guy the other day, is Over St. Preux.
Yeah.
I was like, is he still fighting? Because remember, we were
going
talking
back up to heavyweight.
Last fight. Yeah, we thought he was going to be gone. We thought they were going to cut him.
Well, do you remember his last fight? Who it was against? Jamal Hill.
I don't.
Jamal Hill, right. Who just got his arm dislocated by Dave's favorite fighter, the Scotsman Paul Craig.
Yeah, Paul Craig.
Way to go, Podcast Dave.
Yeah. I mean, just OSP just hasn't looked good, as of lately.
It's he's getting a little bit older. He's had a lot of fights. He's had a lot. There's been a lot of damage, put on him too. And
I think what it is though too, he just doesn't seem like he's into it anymore.
Might be.
The training. I think he's always had a little bit of a condition issue where he just hasn't pushed the pace. He's someone who likes to fight at a very slow pace, and he does a lot of things from really weird angles. He's not a technician. He doesn't seem like he's tried to learn to be a technician. He's just a fighter. He's someone, he's learned a couple little tricks up his sleeve that work for him, and that's what he does. And once you figure them out, he's pretty easy to figure out, and then you just work around it.
Well,
he added the Von Flue choke, but you know what I mean? Everyone tried to call the
now
OSP
the Von Preux. The Von
Preux. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh man. Anyways, he's 38 years old, 6'3". He's gotten a little bit bigger and thicker. That's why he's going up to heavyweight. Hopefully his athleticism will carry him through, but he's gonna have a tough fight, man. Tanner Bozer's tough.
Yeah, Tanner is tough, but Tanner makes big mistakes at times, and
so does OSP.
OSP, I know. OSP can take advantage of those, just like Tanner can take advantage of some of the mistakes that sometimes OSP falls into and stuff. So it's an interesting fight. Tanner's been fighting a lot more than I think OSP lately. It seems like I'm watching Tanner all the time. I know he lost to that it wasn't even that close to Andre Arlovsky. He lost a decision to Arlovsky. You know, he just had the split decision loss to Latif. So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
I guess we'll see.
I think this is a chance for OSP to get a win.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going with.
What other fights on? I mean, we just talked about Dan Pineda, and he's fighting Touchy-Feely.
Yeah.
So Feely's a tough SOB, man.
And
Love
so
watching
is
him
Daniel
fight.
Pineda.
Always brings it. So is Daniel Pineda. So that should be. I think if I'm gonna say there's a fight on here that's gonna steal the card, it would probably be that fight.
Or Nicholas Dalby against Tim Means. I talked about that one before.
Yeah.
Look at people don't. I know that some people are going to know who Nicholas Dalby is, but Nicholas Dalby was involved in a fight with Ross Houston. It was I think it was Cage Warriors, and it was stopped. It was a championship fight. It was stopped in the third round due to blood, and it wasn't that it was the cuts that stopped it. It was so much blood on the mats that the fighters were slipping and sliding because they used vinyl and they couldn't stand up and actually fight. So they called the fight. Mark Goddard called the fight. So Nicholas Dalby is a tough bastard because he took some big shots in that fight, came back. He is tough as hell. Somewhere in there, he's kind of almost Eddie Alvarez-like in that he'll take big shots and get hurt, but then comes back. So he's fun to watch. And then Dirty Bird, Tim Means, I love him. He's always been he's actually a very technical fighter, tough dude. He's good. He's got good submissions, good Darce choke. I think that's going to be a fun fight, too.
John, I've told you, it's not a Darce, it's Anaconda. Gosh, get it right. Oh, jeez, man. Great stuff.
Inside joke there.
Yeah, inside joke. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think those two fights probably, I think you're right. Those two fights probably will steal the show. You know, those are going to be some good fights. Anything else on the card stick out to you?
You know, there's a couple in there that I look and it's God dang it, which one is I saw it earlier. Yancey. I always like watching Yancey Medeiros. Just tough as hell. So
he's always fun.
Yeah, and he's such a good guy. You know, that fight's starting the card off. So you got to tune in early to watch that one because Yancey always brings it, and I always enjoy watching him. He's got that typical Hawaiian mentality. Just scrap. He's just gonna go
I have a
after
question. Tim Elliott is fighting, and Warley Alves is fighting. But who are they fighting? It says unknown fighter.
Oh no, Warley Alves is fighting Jeremiah Wells.
So why are there not fighters up on this thing?
I don't know.
That's so strange. Anyways, if you're an MMA website, guys, get that fixed.
Let's say unknown fighter.
All right. Well, hey, if you guys heard me and I called it and letting you guys know now, go straight to mybookie.ag. Make sure you bet on Volkov because I know I'm correct and I'm right. So that'd be a smart play by you.
Whoa.
I think Cyril Gahn gets it done. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I know I'm gonna get roasted for this, but it's so fun.
It's all good.
100% agree. Okay.